CJ, so a big-time car guy. Are you the biggest car lover in baseball?
Maybe out of the active players. I know Reggie Jackson's probably like the most renowned car guy because he's got the collection. He's always at Barrett Jackson in the auctions, buying something new, selling something old, you know, so he's that's a goal, I guess, to get to that collector status.
Reggie Jackson, the signing bonus, actually a car came with it.
I need to negotiate that one into my next contract. So
that'll be cool. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players in baseball who do have very nice car collections, like the Justin Verlanders. I have a set of cars for you to look at right now. Just give your take. First with Jose Reyes' Jeep Wrangler.
It's got some style. I don't know. It's not my bag, but I appreciate the boldness of the color choice.
Daniel Norris.
The guy, van. He's the rookie that's like, I'm not gonna live in a hotel or an apartment. I'm gonna live in a van.
Yeah.
I don't want to get used to that AAA lifestyle. I don't know. That's me.
He said he's never gonna give it away.
I mean, that's cool. It's okay, like, to have nostalgia for something, but to remember your roots, I guess. But I don't know if I want to stay there. You know, you got to have a better bed than that.
Yasiel Puig's Range Rover's supercharged.
He's for sure getting speeding tickets in that.
I know, right? Look at that thing.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
insane.
That's like a
big rims.
I mean, I like the red interior. I like that a lot. I like white on red. I think that's a good color scheme.
And then Justin Verlander's Lamborghini.
I'm into Lambos. I haven't driven the Aventador. I've driven the actually, is that a it's
Aventador?
Yeah. I've driven the Huracan a little bit. I like that a lot. I think it's a big step forward for Lamborghini. So congratulations to Lamborghini. Yeah.
How about your McLaren P1? That thing's just ridiculous looking. Even the colors, it's just so awesome.
That's a really special car. You know, I mean, anytime you get a chance to get a car that's at the top of the food chain, you know, and whatever that is. A couple years ago, it was the Enzo, the Carrera GT, or the McLaren SLR Mercedes. You know, last year it was the LaFerrari, the 918, and the P1. So I feel like getting one of those three cars is a pretty cool lifetime achievement for me.
What would you say is next on your list in terms of purchases? I know you have a car dealership and actually a few of them, but
well, okay, so I think the way I look at it is, if I buy the right cars, then they hold their value or they go up in value. So I was lucky enough, I got an Acura NSX, an old one, a year and a half ago, and that's gone up in value about 20% since I bought it.
Oh, great.
I bought a Carrera GT, Porsche, the Paul Walker car. I bought one of those in 2009 when I had no business. I could barely afford it, but I bought it anyways because I knew it would go up in value. And now it's like over double in price. So if you buy the right cars, you know, you do okay. I think that's the key. If you're buying some of the, you know, like Rolls Royces and stuff like that, you're going to lose your butt on that. So I try to avoid those. But there's another couple of McLarens that are coming out that I'm on the list for because I'm one of their best customers, I guess.
Oh, wow. So when you get these cars, do you like to trick them out, do something crazy to them on the inside or anything like that, or do you just like buy them and leave them as is?
Yeah, I mean, I'll put like a wrap on a car if I want to have like a more unique version. But for me, you know, putting a lot of aftermarket stuff on there, it diminishes the usability of the car sometimes because I like to drive the cars, and if they're riding on rims because they're, you know, 21-inch rims with little like plastic bag tires, then that's not really going to work. The ride quality is going to be, you know, just like what's the guy? One of the rappers, too much rim make the ride too hard. You know, that's the truth.
It's a flat tire waiting to happen too.
Yeah. And then what? No one's going to feel bad for you busted on the side of the road and you're, you know, with your Range Rover, lowered Range Rover. You know what I mean? No one's going to feel bad for you. You know, and want to help you out.
I've seen you've taken a lot of awesome pictures of cars. Your photography is great.
Thank you.
In your eyes, what do you believe is the money shot? Like when you go out, for instance, the times when you went to Brazil, all these places that you've been to, what's the money shot?
The money car shot is the solid car with the blurred background. So it's the pan focus or the manual shutter. So when you're shooting like a race or something like that, especially when you're shooting fast cars, I had a chance to shoot Formula One a couple years ago. So I shot the Formula One race. I got my bib, you know, like my blue bib or whatever, and I'm out there lugging my cameras around, and I got one shot of Fernando Alonso in his Ferrari, you know, and I dragged the shutter with a super slow medium format camera, and I blew the photo up to about like 6 feet wide, and it just looks crystal. It's just perfect. So I was really happy about that one.
And is that the photo where everything else is blurry around it?
Exactly. Because you have to be so tight with the focus that you don't get any of the extra stuff. So you have to shoot at a very low shutter speed, you know, like at 60 or 80 or something like that. So it's good if you go to Formula Drift events, you can practice that because the cars are sideways the whole time going like 60, 50, 60. So that's really where you get to practice the panning shot because they're trying to be smooth. Whereas the other cars, they're trying to go as fast as they can, so they're more unpredictable.
Your wife is a model.
Yes.
You play with professional athletes.
Yes.
Obviously, both of those professions get their pictures taken a lot of.
Yeah.
Who asks for their picture more, your wife or your teammates?
Actually, I asked my wife to take her photo because I'll have ideas. I'll have like this artsy idea, you know, like, hey, let's go to the desert and then like stand there and like get the like this weird thing, you know, like this weird silk thing that's like blowing in the wind or whatever, you know, kind of weird 1980s stuff. But I really like shooting my teammates, especially the ones that are like second tier, under the radar guys, you know, Albert, Trout, guys like that. Everybody sees them on the Gatorade commercials or the Nike commercials, you know, like stoic and serious and whatever, or Trout, you know, eating a Subway sandwich. So, but like guys like David Freese or Cole Calhoun are really interesting keys to the team, you know, Chris Iannetta, guys like that are huge pieces of our team because they're starting players at key positions, but they don't get maybe the national recognition. So you get to show, I mean, for me, I get to show my Instagram people, you know, hey, this is David's smile, because maybe you haven't seen it yet, or this is Cole getting focused before a round of batting practice on the road. And some of the cities that aren't as fun as New York, you know, that's where I bring the cameras because I'll take the shots of the guys. Come out for early batting practice because sitting in the hotel doesn't do you any good. There's nothing to see in the city. So, you know, places like here, I don't bring the camera out as much because there's 1,000 people around and it's a fun city. So if you haven't been to the museum, then you have a restaurant you want to go to or whatever.